Welcome, this is Tom Rush Reviews, and today I bought this little light that I thought maybe others might like to have a look at. Did a bit of a review. I've certainly had a good try of it. No, it's not new in the box. As you can see, I have been into it and making sure that it's up to snuff. And just the cardboard box, pretty normal. The little instruction manual or leaflet, user manual that you can open out with all the different languages. Pretty boring. And then some details about the direction of the polarity of the positive negative on the battery. Water depth, all that sort of thing. They've got there obviously the warranty information and all that sort of thing. So that comes with it. And then you've got the torch, and when you open it up, it's got this I got the black, which was the cheapest in Australia, and then we've got the README, which before you use, unscrew the tail cap and remove the insulating film. So basically on the back there, it's the tail switch, which is just the rubber. So you just unscrew that and pull off the little tab that they put down there, covering the top of the battery there, which is actually the positive side towards the rear. Okay, or the tail cap. So yeah, it looks very nice inside, I thought. It doesn't look cheap and nasty and yuck. It's got the O-ring in there, which hopefully does its job. I've had it in the rain. I've had nothing get in there, but wasn't super heavy rain, but nonetheless it held up very well. That's its two settings, 5 and 180 lumens, and so it's short. It has the ability to go into, this is the Viperade pouch that I use for the odds and ends that I carry around on a daily basis, just around the house, this one, or if I'm going out and really quickly have to run out the door, this one covers me. So I needed just a very slim torch to be able to slide into this. So this one does exactly what I wanted, and I'm set. So I don't need anything bigger than that. I've got the iPhone torch as a backup if this one runs out, but it is nice to have a separate torch, and I do find myself using this one, especially because it is on the pouch and so easily accessible, using it all the time. So I've got to say I've been really happy with it. Time will tell. Having said that, I do have the Baton Premium Pro, or whatever the big cell one. I think it's something like a 5,000 milliamp battery is the really big chunky one, and I've got the smaller one, and they've lasted fantastic. I did buy one of the Olight Pro versions of like the bulb, and I didn't even bother returning it. It died after a month. Now, admittedly, that was used every day, and but its batteries gave up the ghost after a month of using it as a bedside light. It seemed like a great idea at the time, but it really was just a novelty item and a waste of money. So I wouldn't recommend that item, but in all fairness, I didn't send it back for repair or under warranty because of the amount of energy that requires, which is way too much for the cost. So, but this, I expect to get a very long life out of this. If I've had Phoenix, LDO ones, I've had the AA size Phoenix, all the different Phoenix torches, and most of them have gone kaput. And some of them had very little use, maybe turned on and off, 20 to 50 times, others 1,000 times, and yeah, they just gave up the ghost. I couldn't identify what was wrong with them. It was way too many years down the track to try to seek repair under warranty or anything. Didn't have the receipts after all those years. So anywho, here I am buying, I seem to be on, getting Olight torches because they seem to be in the right price range. I'm sure, and I'm positive. I bought Surefire torches, the CR123s that you load a couple of those into it. Beautiful torches, and I'm sure they would last a lot longer, but they are nice, and it was stolen, so that one was. So anyway, here I am today with this one, and as I say, I have been using it, very happy with it. I just want to point out some things that might be of interest to you. These are things that, I don't know, aren't really mentioned too much, but they may be important to you. The tail switch. One of the things I kind of liked about the older Phoenix torches is they had a twist to turn, which if you turn them enough times and unscrew the back bit, there was no chance of them running out of battery power or using it up. These ones, because they're a tail cap switch, I was concerned that you bump it, or as I'm pushing it back into its sleeve or whatever, I had to learn to do that and not push it in that way, because obviously you're going to click it on. Click. Is it on, off? I don't know. So, and there you go, it's off. So, yeah, it definitely was a bit of a concern that they'd make it too light, the switch in the tail cap there, but they haven't. It takes quite a bit of force, not too much where it's uncomfortable, but enough force so that, it's not going to have a false activation unless something's really actually bashed up against it, so pretty hard too. It's got momentary on, so you just do that. Momentary on, but it does switch between the two 5 lumens and the 180 lumens when you do that. So I like the other noteworthy feature, size, which is the main reason I got this little tiny fella. And it's supremely handy. I grab it very often, as in I use it multiple times a day and night, and I think it's well made. It's made out of aluminium, and it's relatively light. I've got all the details I'll give you in a sec. I like the clip, which one of the things that first got me into Olight was the clips that you could clip onto the brim of your baseball cap. Okay, or you could just slide it straight down that way into your pocket, which it does extremely well. It's seems to be spring steel and works well. So there are a couple of things that really struck me as noteworthy points. The fact that it's I'll just take that off again, and let's just see, that's the battery that came with it, and I stand corrected, the positive is towards the light end. I thought that was the positive, but no, that's the positive, that's the negative. So yeah, look, what do they send you? Just a Nuo Xing alkaline. So yeah, these are manufactured in China, the torches, so is the battery, I'm guessing. So yeah, but it works, and nice to get a freebie, so you can get it going straight away. Of course you can use your, as far as I know, and I've seen nothing to say different, that you can use your nickel metal hydride AAAs in there, your any loops or whatever brand you might choose, Power Max, whatever it might be. The everything about it, it just works, and it works well. Apart from that, I'll tell you the other features that might matter to you. Didn't matter as much to me, but it'll give you a little bit more of an idea anyway as to what might suit you. Yes, it's slim. Yeah, of course you can use it for hiking, camping, all that sort of thing. Just EDC is my purpose. That 180 lumens at the full brightness is definitely strong enough for most things for myself. The 5, I sometimes use it, but probably about 1/10 of the time, because I really need that extra light coming out of it, that 180. Now it gives you, at that 180 lumens, it gives you a light intensity of 900 candelas, so that should give you a little bit better idea as to the output of this thing if you work in candelas. It's got the dual output switch, obviously, which is the single switch that does both. There's no flash, there's no strobe, there's no anything like that, which I certainly don't need with this sort of torch. The rating on this for water resistance and dust and moisture, all that sort of thing, is IPX8, which is very high. It's a very good rating, IPX8. That gives it a 2 meters. Probably usually the IPXs, they ratings that usually mean, don't quote me, but it usually means for up to half an hour, 2 meters submerged underwater. I would never put it to that test unless I really had to, but yeah, just so that you know. Obviously heavy rain is what I think they're more aiming at, just as in watches. They might have a water resistance rating on it of 30 meters. That means you might get away with jumping in the pool and jumping out. 100 meter water resistant watch, you would think it means you can dive to 100 meters, but yeah, you may or may not get away with that. And on it goes. So they, in the numbering, tend to oversell things a bit, but when they put an IPX rating on it, they shouldn't be awarded that rating unless it passes the test, which is also used by the military and other aerospace world, all that sort of thing. So the weight of it, it is lightweight. It's 40 grams, or in imperial it's 1.4 ounces. So that, I believe, is without the battery. And of course they didn't say, but we'll have a quick look at that and find out for you, because if you're anything like me, you'd like that weight to tell you whether it includes or doesn't include the battery. Normally they do, but it might have been there, but I didn't spot it. So this is in grams. There you go. All right. Well, I'm very impressed with them. They've included the battery weight in there as well, or close to. So yeah, that's including the AAA battery that came with it. So that's impressive. Yeah, I really thought that weight would be excluding it, but it's not. So I'm glad I checked that. I would have been telling you furfies. The light path from this, you're looking at about 60 meters. After that, no, it's not going to go any further, but that's a pretty good distance for a little single cell AAA torch. I told you about the aluminium body, the size. I'll quickly give you the dimensions. 0.59 of inch, well, let's just call it 0.6 of an inch. The depth, the width, 0.6 of an inch, and the height, 3.5 inches in length. So yeah, a little wonky, the HW and D dimensions there, but the run time of 16 hours on 180 on 5 on moonlight, if you like, lumens, you get out of it, which is, it's pretty good. I wouldn't complain with the AAA cell getting that many hours out of it. If you're looking at the you're only looking at 180 getting an hour out of it. So 180 lumens an hour, the 5 lumens you're getting that 16 hours, so an additional 15 hours if, you know, that's the 5 and that's the yeah. So take that for what you will, if that will suit your needs. It does include the battery, and yeah, the cost you're looking at in Australia, I bought it off Amazon. I could have bought it from other places for a similar price, which is $28. These things quite often run on sale. If you wait for one of Olight sales, you can get it possibly even, you know, a few dollars cheaper. Just depends on, you know, whether that one's included. In the US, you're looking at US dollars 18. So, and I'm sure that you guys get discounts and, you know, discount coupon codes and all this sort of thing, but so you could get it cheaper than that, or you could pay more depending on where you go. So, but that's it. Look, only a short one. Just wanted to let you see this little fella, and I'll be back with many more. Please like, subscribe. Love you to subscribe and leave a comment. If you've got any questions that I haven't answered, let me know and I'll get back to you. Alright, so thanks again. That's Tom Rush, Rush Reviews, signing off for another review. Thank you. Bye-bye.